While watching this video, are you aware of the calm and tranquil state that you're probably experiencing right now? If you are, then you should know that that's due to the violent and harsh events of the past. If we do not learn from our mistakes, then this state of peace can easily be ripped from right under our fingertips, and we would be thrown into another war. Luckily for us, we learn from our mistakes by studying what has happened so that we can make wise decisions for what will happen. In this speech, we will learn why learning history is important for everyone, because it helps us to not make the same mistakes again, to understand the value of peace and freedom, and to understand our own society. I'm interested in this speech because I took history classes in the past, and I enjoy reading history books. I fully believe that in order to continue to have peace with other countries, we have to learn from the past so that we can never make the same mistake twice. That is how we will advance as a society and as a species. In this speech, I will cover 3 main points: how to adapt from our mistakes, how to understand the value of peace, and how to understand our own society. First, I would like to inform how we can adapt from our mistakes from studying history. By studying history, we can learn what mistakes we made in past events and make sure we never do that in the future. Adapting from our mistakes will allow us to become a better species in all aspects. The University of the People, for example, says that by studying history, we learn from the past and notice clear warning signs. Now, I agree with this because we can analyze our mistakes that we made in the past, and we can notice, signs of when we start to make the same mistakes again, that we can stop from doing that so that we advance as a society. Studying history to adapt from our mistakes will also allow us to appreciate and understand the value of peace and the importance of keeping it. There's like a little analogy that I like to say that peace is like a thin layer of ice, and when tensions start to rise, between countries, the layer of ice starts to warm up and starts to melt. So then, there's a huge risk of war when tensions start to rise between countries. And by learning from past events, we can learn how to de-escalate tensions between countries when they arise, so that there's less risk for war. And Southern New Hampshire University says that the understanding of the past will help present leaders make informed decisions based on all available data. And I agree with this because, understanding the past will help leaders to learn how to de-escalate tensions between countries so that there's no risk of war, because peace is very important and very vital to not risk having massive loss of life and catastrophe and stuff like that. So another reason why studying history is important is because we can learn to understand our own society and the creation of it. So understanding one's own society is important in order to learn how your surroundings came to be. And people will appreciate their hometown more when they learn the history behind it. And for example, the Department of History says that studying the diversity of human experience helps us to appreciate cultures, ideas, and traditions that are not our own. And I agree with this because studying the culture of your hometown and the traditions behind it and everything is really good to connect more to your roots and connect more to the area that you live in. Learning history is important for an infinite amount of reasons, but these 3 reasons are the most important reasons why learning history is important. And I've shared in this speech, I've shared why it is important to adapt to our mistakes, and why understanding the value of peace and understanding the society you live in is important. Studying history is important for everyone to do because it helps us view our past mistakes and improve on them for the future. Learning about history also helps to appreciate the value of peace and the importance in keeping it, and it helps us to learn more about our hometown. In order to learn from our mistakes so that we improve as a society, we have to study the past and analyze what we could do to not make the same mistake again. Thank you for listening to the speech.